It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. It's take two. That goddamn camera. Should have just kept it. I had lots of good Puzzle Fighter keywords in it. So yesterday morning, I played poker online. And there's a couple things about Bodog that I like. The first one is, a lot of the people that play there are people that bet in the sports book. And because they're connected, they can use the same money in both places, and so they play poker there. And that's great, because sportsbook bettors are great to play poker against. It's pretty rare that someone is good at both. Of course, some people that use the sportsbook aren't very good, and it turns out they are good at poker. So it cuts both ways. But I like playing poker there. It seems pretty soft, at least at the levels that I play. The second thing that I like about Bodog is they have these sit-and-go tournaments, which I know everyone has sit-and-go tournaments. And maybe they all have this too, but I've only seen it on Bodog. They have 10-person sit-and-go tournaments, and they call them beginner sit-and-go tournaments. And what that means is it pays 5 places instead of 3. And I enjoy that, because people don't really play that differently, and you can back your way into 5th pretty easily. Now, 5th place, you get your money back minus the rake, so you need to finish in the top 4. But the nice thing is, because the money isn't as heavily weighted at the top, as you narrow down to 5 or 6 people and the players are better, they do play a little different. So, because you just get your buy-in back for coming in 5th, I don't care about finishing on the bubble. And I've read enough mathematical analysis talking about how when you're playing in a sit-and-go and you're on the bubble, you want to play very few hands and you want to wait for someone else. You want to get into survival mode. That's fine if everyone else is playing differently. But if everyone is playing that way, then you need to play more aggressively, because you can steal the blinds and antes, if there are any, almost every time, with about 40%, the best 40% of hands. And that's pretty much what I do. You just have to remember to fold if someone raises back at you, unless you happen to have a good hand that time. Sometimes it works out that way. And you have credit for having less than a normally good raising hand because you've been raising so much, so the hands that they're re-raising with may not necessarily be that good either. So really, ace, queen are better, queens are better, if someone, even tens are better. If someone raises back at you, all in. Sometimes it won't work out, but nothing works out all the time. And you know, sit-and-goes will never be something you can make your living on unless you're playing a whole bunch at once. And honestly, that isn't the worst way to go, because you can play them pretty mechanically. You just got to mix it up every now and then. But another thing that I've discovered is sometimes you'll make a mistake. You won't do what you mean to do, and there you go. You've mixed up your play on accident, and that's just enough to throw the observant opponents off. And the ones that aren't observant, fuck them anyway. They're not paying attention. So, I forgot what the point was, but oh yeah, so 5 people get paid on the sit-and-goes and the beginner sit-and-goes of Bodog, and that's great. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com.